This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Luke chapter 12, verse 2, is that we're coming in a time where a lot of things are being revealed through the Spirit, all right? Especially when it comes to this whole technology, Bitcoin, and association with the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. And as we get closer to the end, we're going to see a lot more, revealings just to prove that we're getting close to when this devil, Esau, Edom, is going to cause the whole world to receive that mark, all right? That chip, the hour of temptation. So I just want to get into this whole blockchain, cryptocurrency technology, and go into its origins and where it's leading to, and show how this is clearly an agenda where Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right, the elites, the Illuminati are behind it. So I came across this article, Satoshi Nakamoto from NSA, Anti-Hamashiach, and other Bitcoin conspiracy theories. This is from cryptonews.com. It came out December 26, 2020. And I was reading it, and I came to this part right here, which goes to show you that, you can't be ignorant to Satan's devices. You shall know them by their fruit. How this whole Bitcoin cryptocurrency technology began. And it goes to show you this is all controlled. This is all the elites of Esau's doing. All right. And that's why it's very important to get into the prophecies, all right? Because that's what we're commanded to do, to prophesy. That's why Paul, I got it right here. Paul was so adamant about prophesying, okay? Because of the times that we're living in. And this title right here is powerful. Prophecy, a prophecy. A superior gift. Yeah, it is a gift to have the spirit of prophecy upon you. Hey, and whoever blue letter Bible, whoever's making these titles, that's a heavy title right there. 1 Corinthians 14:1. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. Right. So that's what it is. Okay. The most important part of this ministry is to prophesy, especially in these times. 2. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto the Most High. For no man understandeth him, howbeit in the Spirit he speaketh mysteries. Right. And what Paul was talking about was, Israelites that were born in different countries speaking in a tongue that the majority of the Israelites wouldn't understand. Okay? And that's why he kept emphasizing on 3. But he that prophesies speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort. Right. But if you're prophesying, prophesying about Jacob's trouble, prophesying about the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, prophesying about the coming nuclear destruction, all right, to Babylon the Great. It doesn't matter what tongue you're speaking in. You're all saying the same thing, all right? For example, those born here in America, what's the language we speak for this country? English. But you have brothers in Mexico that speak the Spanish tongue, or in Bolivia, okay, or in what's it called? Peru. You got brothers in Germany speaking the German tongue. But guess what? We all collectively are prophesying and saying the same thing, okay, about the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, Jacob's trouble, who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible, all right, collectively, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're all saying the same thing. For what? Edification, exhortation, and comfort, okay? For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the church, right, the body, okay? We're all in one accord speaking on the same thing when it comes to these prophecies. 5, I would that ye all spake what tongues, but rather that ye prophesied. For greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongue, except he interpret, that the church may receive edifying, right? Because it would be great if we knew multiple tongues, multiple languages. And by the way, when you go into these word tongues, it's not hibbity hoo blah blah, okay? For you so-called Christians. When you go into the word tongues, it means the language or dialect used by a particular people distinct from that of other nations, right? And what were the 3 most common languages that were spoken in Paul's time? Hebrew, Greek, and Latin. Just like now, what's the 3 most common spoken languages in these times? English, Spanish, all right, and I believe Mandarin, all right, Chinese, okay, the most common. And, maybe the 3rd one I'm a little off on, okay? So there you go. That's what that's talking about. All right, but the point is we should be prophesying, all right? We should be getting into, that's why it's always important to be on your watch, getting into these current events, all right, watching what's going on, man, so that you can edify the flock. So once again, let's get back to this whole Bitcoin cryptocurrency technology, which is clearly the design of Esau Edom. All right, so he could bring in his new world order. He could bring in, okay, the chip, which is part of his new world order. He wants everyone chipped. Possibly the biggest mystery, together with Wen Moon in the Bitcoin world, is its creator, Satoshi Nakamoto. It is assumed this was either a person or a group of people working in concert to create the world's first decentralized digital currency, right? And that's how they're going to sell it. They're going to sell it to the whole world. Yeah, it's decentralized. You don't got to worry about the Federal Reserve printing, okay, a whole bunch of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, whatever it is, You're your own bank. That's how they're going to sell it. That's why you can't be ignorant of Satan's devices. The people listed as possible Nakamoto candidates reads like the who's who of the cypherpunk movement, right? The cypherpunk movement goes back to like late 80s, early 90s, all right, when they're all a bunch of geek C++ writing individuals, all right? Such as Hal Feeney, Adam Back, and Nick Szabo, right? And all these 3 are Edomites, all right? Computer scientist, legal scholar, and cryptographer known for his research in cryptocurrency, right? And what does cryptographer mean? Graph meaning to write or written in the Greek, graphio, and crypto meaning hidden, okay? Hidden writing. And that's how they're selling it. Meanwhile, Feeney, who died in 2014, was the first ever recipient of the BTC Bitcoin transaction sent from Satoshi. Also, he was identified as a possible Nakamoto ghostwriter by Newsweek and the New Yorker. In fact, shortly before his death, Forbes wrote about the fact that Feeney a cryptography pioneer, had a neighbor named Nakamoto. Right? How coincidental. All right. Which goes to show you, man, Esau, Edom's all behind this. All right. You can't be ignorant of Satan's devices. All right. You shall know them by their fruits. Let me get that. Know them by their, hold on. Let me just put fruits. What did Yahushua say? Yep. Here we go. Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are raving wolves. Right. You got a lot of false prophets amongst Israel that know that they're Israelites teaching, against the scriptures. Not even talking about the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. All right. Completely ignoring it. Or saying that it's not the chip, that it's an arms embargo or sleeping with Edomite women. Stupid shit like that. So you got to be aware of them. 16, ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Right, and there you go. You shall know them by their fruits. And you clearly, when you go into this whole Bitcoin blockchain, what's it called? The beginning of it, you clearly see that Esau, Edom's all behind this shit. Okay? This devil, all right, that deceiveth the whole world. Also, you got Adam, Adam Black, another, piece of shit Edomite. Craig S. Wright, another piece of shit Edomite. This is who Satoshi, this one right here, Adam Black, Satoshi, this pseudonym Satoshi wrote to him in an email, But the point is, all right, these are Edomites behind it. And, I want to point out that the Hal Feeney, born in America, and he was living in Temple, California, where his neighbor Nakamoto, was residing at. And this is the first guy to receive Edomite to receive the transaction. Goes to show you that this whole technology, Bitcoin, blockchain, this whole concept came out of America. All right, this is Babylon the Great, which goes right according to Revelation 13. But right here, I want to point this out. I want to bring this out, and I'm going to go into Revelation 13. The etymology of Satoshi Nakamoto corresponds to knowledge or enlightenment in the middle or center. The vague nature of the words can mean one of two things, either awoken by being at the source or central intelligence. The latter is much speculated theory that the U.S. National Security Agency, NSA, or some other government intelligence operation, CIA, because they're behind it too, created the cryptocurrency, right? And that's what I'm just speaking as a man, but it makes sense, that this whole technology, blockchain, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, came out of the federal government, to do what? To control everyone, all right? To watch their buying habits, Says the most quoted evidence backing this theory is the fact that Bitcoin employs a common cryptography tool to create its public and private keys. The theory is that this in itself could provide the NSA with a backdoor to Bitcoin blockchain, right? And that's why I saw, Forbes wrote an article how Bitcoin's privacy, all right, is of concern because the address from when you do a transaction can be documented by the federal government, all right, and can be blacklisted and watched because it's on a ledger. That blockchain technology is able to be documented. It's I went into it, and I know brothers went into it. It's what's it called? It's chronological order, categorized, in time, date, when the transaction was sent, time and date. Everything is already in chronological order, and that's which leads to the point that this is the devil, Esau, Edom. He wants his new world order. So you have that. Then you got the creator of Ethereum. He said that he wouldn't be surprised if the NSA was Nakamoto says right here, wouldn't be surprised if Nakamoto is actually an American working for the NSA specializing in cryptography. There you go, you know. Or the NSA itself decided to create Bitcoin. Right. And then he changed his mind later on. I wouldn't be surprised if the NSA told, the CIA, all right, the jackals, all right, told him, hey, you better shut your mouth or you end up in a box, Then right here, the Antichrist in the New World Order, right? And by the way, there's many Antichrists. There's many anti-Hamashiachs. So there's not just one. That goes against, I'll bring it out just for edification. Antichrist. For you dumb so-called Christians. All right? Dummies. 1 John 2:18. Little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard that Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that is the last time. Right, so there's more than one. Okay? Because if you're anti-Hamashiach, what does that mean? You're anti, this truth. And you have a lot of people anti the Yahushai, and his words. They don't want to talk about, that the Messiah is a so-called black man. They don't want to recognize that the Lord's chosen people are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Collectively, that's the bulk of the Israelites. And then you have Israelite foreigners that are scattered among the nations that look like the other nations. They don't want, to recognize us. Those are anti-Hamashiachs. They don't want to talk about Jacob's trouble. You even got certain individuals that don't believe that America's Babylon. Those are anti-Hamashiachs. Just throwing that out there. But right here it says, in 2018, a Danish firm called Bychip, which ironically seems to be spreading vaccine-related conspiracy theories by itself, released by an update, right, because the jab, there's a lot of conspiracies, And what does conspiracy mean? To breathe together. And you have these elites breathing together an agenda. They want people jabbed up with this poison that can change your DNA. You don't know what's in it. It could have a technology that will help with this whole Bitcoin blockchain. You can't pass this devil. This devil is a mad scientist. But that's what what they're talking about in those terms. But the point is, this Bychip released an update to their subdermal chip, allowing people to store the XRP token inside themselves by writing the chip. Users could transact with their XRP holdings. The chip has since expanded its ability and can now be used for Bitcoin users too. Right, and it's how funny. I came across this article today where Ripple, which is the creator of XRP, is working with the central banks for digital currency. How funny is that? How interesting is that? Coincidence? I think not. Is there any more on this? And then I'm going to go into Revelation 13. Oh yeah, there's more. Conservative and religious circles were quick to point out the similarities between the emerging tech and the mark of the beast. Right. And you got, I'm going to, where credit's due. You got certain so-called Christians that understand what the mark of the beast is. That RFID chip. And they're associating it with this Bitcoin blockchain technology. And how it goes hand in hand. The mark of the beast references a theme in the book of Revelation where people in the end times will be unable to trade without having the mark of the beast, either in their hand or on their forehead. Given the subdermal nature of the chip, speculation was rife and theory took hold quickly. Right, and it's funny how you have Newsweek reporting Bitcoin destined to be the world's currency, valued to reach infinity. Crypto trader claims. Right, a crypto trader, the CEO of Kraken, which is a exchange that you can trade cryptocurrency with, is talking about this. Then you have Citigroup. Bitcoin is at at a tipping point could become preferred currency for international trade. Okay? So, hey, we're getting close. Hey, you can kiss the American dollar goodbye. All right? You also have BlackRock CEO reveals surprise real impact of Bitcoin on the US dollar. I brought this article out a couple of months ago, right? Because I remember talking about this in December. But yeah, it's good to, bring it to remembrance. Like, hey, this is what these elites are talking about. You shall know them by their fruits, okay? This is those that the elites have put in play to push their agenda out. And BlackRock, by the way, all right, is the hand of the Rothschild family. Google BlackRock, okay, partnership with the Rothschild financial family, okay? Google that. And Bitcoin has exploited back in the limelight this year, solidifying its reputation as digital gold. All right, he's the BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. He said, "What? Bitcoin is here to stay." Just want to hit some key points. Has warned the growing popularity of Bitcoin digital currency is having a real impact on the U.S. dollar. Right, kiss the American dollar goodbye. All right, here's the all right, the proof that, hey, this is all Esau Edom. He's behind all this. The government, all right, these financial institutions, they're all scheming to get everyone chipped up. Having a digital currency has a real impact on the U.S. dollar. Fink, who has grown BlackRock into the world's largest money management company with around $7 trillion assets under management, right, which proves that they are the hand of the Rothschild family. All right, this is Forbes, by the way, told attendees of a council on foreign relations digital symposium, right, meaning meeting conference, adding digital currency such as Bitcoin are making the US dollar less relevant. Wow. He said that at the Council on Foreign Relations, which is, okay, them pushing out their agenda, letting those in the know, hey, we're moving fast with our agenda. Because they ultimately, what is this all leading to? Everyone to get chipped up. Is there more on this? Yeah. That speculation inspired even more end-time related theories, with people claiming that Bitcoin was intended to usher in the New World Order where artificial intelligence would be Lord to all. The theory is that AI created Bitcoin using the prospect of profit as a lure to trap humanity into worshiping it. Right. Worshiping what? The image of the beast. All right. The Roman Empire. Because that's what the America, all right, pushes out. America and all these Edomite countries, all right? They all push out the image of the beast. So there you go. And then check this out. Just want to, point out Biden's SEC chair pick, Gary Gensler, who's a 1948er, by the way, reveals policies on Bitcoin and crypto regulation, right? And you shall know them by their fruits. That's why everything's being revealed. That's why I brought out Luke chapter 12, verse 2. Gensler is a professor at MIT who teaches cryptocurrency. So he teaches cryptocurrency. So you already know where everything's going. So once again, you could kiss the dollar goodbye. Let's go to the book of Revelation. That's why, hey, you need to be in these prophecies, man. All right, you need to be paying attention to what's going on. Revelation chapter 13. Let's go to 12. Excuse me, not 12, 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth. Who's the another beast? Talking about America, Babylon the Great. And he had two horns like a lamb. Right, what's these two horns? The two political party system, which they get that concept from the ancient Roman Empire. All right, the plebeians and the patricians. And he spoke as a dragon, right, pushing out these draconian laws. All right, these unrighteous decrees. And America does that. Just look with this whole pandemic. All right, telling people to wear a mask, social distance. All right, only a certain amount of shoppers in certain stores. All right, look how they treat our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. All these freaking unrighteous decrees against us. They're making us the face of the jab, and then they they stereotype us and then create laws to harm us even more. That's these devils, these Edomites. 12. Right, but the point is this. And he excised all power of the first beast before him. Right, what's that first beast? Talking about the ancient Roman Empire. All right, that's why when you go into the history of America, okay, the founding fathers, they were influenced by the Roman Republic. In fact, they were emulating these Roman statesmen like Cicero and Cato the Younger, Cincinnatus. Some of the founding fathers thought that George Washington was the reincarnation of Cincinnatus. I mean, you go into that. What's it called? I've done a lesson with that amongst my brothers in GMS Miami, and we went into that stuff, And he caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. There you go. It's talking about the Roman Empire. 13. And he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, right? Dropping, all right, big atom bombs on Hiroshima, Nagasaki, okay? For example, and of course, what's it called? Esau, Edom. All right, he's the prince of the air. All right, prince of the sky. Right, what do they call him? The prince. Let me get that real quickly. I don't want to. Prince of the air. Yeah, Ephesians 2:2. Wherein time past he walked according to the course of this world. Right, that's talking to our people. All right. And you have a lot of our people getting out of this world, getting their mind out of this world, all right, and following after Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because we were all part of this world, all right. We were all quote unquote Gentiles, all right, and then we woke up to who our true biblical nationality is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right. We were Gentiles. Ye were. That's why Paul said, "Ye were Gentiles." Okay. Right? What is it? 1 Corinthians 12:2. Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led. Right? Ephesians 2:2. Wherein the time past ye walked according to the course of this world. Right? Being in a Gentile state of mind, following the ways of America. If you were born here in America, okay, and getting and being blinded by the prince of the power of the air, Esau, Edom, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Right? Okay, and who's the prince of the power of the air? All right, it's talking about Esau, Edom, so-called white man. All right, who's pushing out this technology so he can get his new world order. Let's go back to Revelation chapter 13, verse 14 now. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Right, what are those miracles? This technology, all right? Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, they're going to sell it to the world, make it seem like this is the best thing since, okay, sliced bread, or, whatever analogy you want to use, so that he can get everyone chipped up. That they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Talking about the Roman Empire. 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right. And you clearly, all you got to look at is the track record of Esau, Edom, all right, the so-called white man, mainly here in Babylon the Great. Ever since America got in power, they've been nothing doing what? Killing, all right, those that oppose them. Right, using the CIA, the jackals, or the U.S. military. 16. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right, so clearly, this is talking about a physical, all right, implantation of the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, which is going to be attached to this crypto digital platform. So that in order for you to continue buying and selling, you got to accept it. You got to accept that chip to trade with. 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of the name. 18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his name and his number is 603 score and 6. Right. So when you go into that word 603 score and 6, is shy, chi, stigma. Stigma meaning an incision. All right. A stake, and they want to stake you, man, with this chip to claim you. All right, as property. And by you Israelites taking that chip, you're saying that Esau Edom's your master. Okay, you're saying that he's your power, he's your God, and there's a judgment for that. I'll get it, because these are the prophecies. That's why, all right, you should be prophesying. You should be getting to the prophecies. All right, because this is the truth. This is what's coming. Revelation 14 and 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right, the philosophies, okay, the science. Trust the science. All right. Oh, this blockchain, cryptocurrency technology, which clearly came out of America. All right. 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. You notice how Babylon is associated with the mark of the beast and the image, all right? Which proves that, okay, it's America that's, all right, Babylon Great, that's behind all this, okay? Which is the chief house of Esau Edom. All goes back to the elites, all right, of Esau Edom. And they're using America to push out their agenda. 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. 10, the same shall drink of the wrath of the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right, so if you take that chip, all right, what you're saying is you worship the image of the beast. You're saying Esau Edom is your power, okay, is your God. Okay, what you're saying is you're okay with LGBTQ personnel. You're okay of being at the bottom. You're okay being called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. You're okay by having those labels, because when you apply for a fucking piece of shit job, all right, they want to know what your race is, and it doesn't say Israelite. It doesn't say what tribe. It says what your what race you are, and Esau gives you, all right, their labels. So by you taking that chip, you're okay with that shit. That every time, when you go apply for a credit card, or you go apply, to open up a bank account, or even when you go to get a house, an apartment, they need to know what race you are. What's your race? They need to know what's your nationality. Why the fuck does that matter? It matters to Esau. Continuing on. 11, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the image and worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Right. So you take that chip, you take that RFID chip, okay? You got a nuke with your name on it. All right? You're going to be hit with nuclear fire, because once they make this chip mandatory, you better get ready for the nuclear war to kick off. 12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahweh Shai. Right. And that's the elect, the hopeful elect. And they're standing upon their watch. All right. They're watching the prophecies. They're seeing what's going on. Okay. And they're staying locked in the spirit, man. They're following what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai told them. Okay. Hey, don't take that chip, because if you take that chip, there's a judgment for it. And that's faith, man. That takes belief, not to take that chip. And that's believing on the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So, Lord willing, all right, this is less edifying. It went a little bit longer than I expected, but hey, that's the spirit. And you clearly see where everything's going. Okay, this Bitcoin blockchain technology is ushering in the New World Order mark of the beast RFID chip. All right, you can clearly see that the agenda is here. All these institutions and all these lawmakers and financial institutions are speaking on it. All right, and they're all part of the agenda of Esau Edom's agenda to chip everyone till he can bring his New World Order, because the devil knows he has a short time. All right, he knows he has a short time. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Keep studying. Keep praying. Keep pushing out the word. Pray without ceasing. Fast. We're getting close to the Passover. So hey, lock in. Because after the Passover, you already know the Lord's going to turn up even more. Just like he did last year. After we were done with the Passover, 2020, all right, was litty for those that understand, with the whole pandemic lockdowns. So yeah, and for the futures that are watching, keep studying, keep praying. We're almost out of here. Lock in. Shalom and a Bible ball. Shalom.